One of my favorite stories about Easter Seals is when I first volunteered for a respite event, which serves children of special needs and their siblings, as well as children of wounded warriors, while their parents get a free day. For those of you who may not be familiar, once a month on Saturdays at the Silver Spring Center, we have a respite event. And I'm one of those people that feels that if you're going to participate on a board or in an organization, you really need to see what it's all about. I spent a day with Phil early on in my board tenure driving to the various centers to look at them and to get an understanding about what the centers are, but also just to get a sense of the depth and caring that Easter Seals has. So this respite day is more than just a free day for parents, because many of these parents support children with disabilities 24/7. So they get a day off, but it's also it gives the kids a day to be a kid with other kids and to really enjoy them, a day of face painting or a day of playing or doing something. And the first time I went was unbelievable. It was the Pumpkin Patch Day, and I will tell you that we took the bus and the animal farm and the pumpkin patch, and it was so amazing. The woman, the little girl, was terrific, and after working all week, I thought this was probably the hardest day. I fell asleep on the bus coming back, which gives you a sense that I'm obviously not cut out for. I have a son who's 24, so I think I obviously forgot what it felt like to handle a child. So that was only for about 5 hours. Volunteering, as I said, gave me really a clear vision of what the challenges that all of the people in our communities face. Often children with disabilities or special needs are excluded from other daycare centers and their parents can't work. I'm happy to know that this center will focus on children with disabilities as well as children without disabilities, on the core aspects of our mission to serve children with special needs and typically developing peers in a supportive and inclusive environment. I think everybody here knows, and you should tell your friends, that this is something that just not only benefits the families, but it benefits the community as a whole. This is more than just, gee, we did something good for these particular children. And serving children from age 6 weeks to 5 years, this center, I was amazed, and I love bulletin boards, so I looked at all the bulletin boards and everything. It's a really creative curriculum, holistic education. I can't even imagine how amazing these kids feel every day, the self-esteem that's built, and the early intervention, the education, health, safety. I mean, we joked about the, Congressman Moran said he was very, very impressed with the potties and the size of the potties. So obviously nothing was left, everything was focused on, and that's a very unique thing. We didn't have to retrofit. This facility was built for these children to enjoy. Just as Easter Seals programming will put thousands of children along a path to a lifelong of success and learning and sharing, there's going to be what's called a Save the Planet curriculum here, of Thinking Green. And John, this was something that I know is incredibly near and dear to your heart. The first conversation we had with you was that was very important to you. In a partnership with Monarch, the new center includes recycled materials, roof solar panels, as I mentioned, energy efficient lighting, a stormwater management system, and much more. And I encourage all of you to learn more about all the programs that Easter Seals has, in addition to the respite program and the child development centers. And I didn't even mention the VSN, the Veteran Staffing Network, because we're in a child care facility, but that's another one that's just unbelievably successful and innovative on the part of Easter Seals. As Lisa will say, and as the board member says, this isn't your grandmother's Easter Seals. This organization is dynamic, it's moving, and it's very progressive.